Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. So, the Wonder Woman 1984 just barely came out in cinemas, but mainly on HBO Max, and apparently the director Patty Jenkins already worries. Wonder Woman 3 is in jeopardy. Well, no wonder. Then, alright, so what does this article say? Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins has shared her fears that if theaters continue to suffer as a result of ongoing COVID-19 lockdowns, a third film featuring the Amazonian princess may never be produced. Hello there, Gal Gadot. Now that's a beautiful woman. If you want to know my opinion, she is a perfect casting for Diana Prince. Now, Jenkins told the New York Times that things are up in the air, stating, "We'll see what happens. I really don't know." According to the director, a third Wonder Woman film depends on one critical factor: the theatrical model staying in business. "I know that I'd love to do the third one if the circumstances were right and if there was still a theatrical model possible," she noted. "I don't know that I would if there wasn't." Now, by the way, this beautiful armor is taken straight from Alex Ross's and Mark Waid's Kingdom Come, if I'm not wrong. It's just so beautiful. She further discussed this roadblock on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, where she revealed that though Jeff Johns and herself have the story for the third Wonder Woman sequel worked out, the world is not in the right place for their scripts. I don't think I'm doing it next, so I have to sort of wait and see where we are in the world, you know? Jenkins said, though she did not specify whether she was speaking socio-politically or economically. Well, I pretty much do know where we are socio-politically and economically. Now, this is a couple of panels from a comic book of Wonder Woman. However, she did add, "What I wanted to talk about in Wonder Woman 1984 was very prescient to what I was feeling and what you were sort of feeling was coming." As of today, Jenkins isn't sure what will happen with the third movie because so much has changed in the world, such as theaters struggling to survive and entire studio slates being simultaneously released to theaters and streaming. She went on to say she still loves the story of the potential third film, which will be contemporary, building on the time jump scene in Wonder Woman 1984, but she's trying not to fall in love with anything and is focused on determining what Wonder Woman would be doing today. "I'm trying to say to myself, don't decide, don't fall in love with anything," she related. "What would Wonder Woman do now? Like, what are you craving Wonder Woman to do now in this world?" Here we've got the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, as Maxwell Lord. Maybe in the next film, Diana confronts the real Donald Trump, rather than the composite version Maxwell Lord has reported to be, according to early reviews. Who knows? Now, I haven't seen the Wonder Woman 1984 yet. I'm going to watch it this weekend. I don't know, Maxwell Lord was or is the villain, or one of Wonder Woman's villains in the comic books, but he certainly isn't Donald Trump. But in this day and age, Donald Trump has been so demonized lately that you just have to get used to it. So even Gal Gadot said that she would like to find out what happens with Wonder Woman in the third movie, but she doesn't know either. We'll have to wait and see, she said. So, yeah, well, it's not easy. Of course, I do understand the filmmakers, and I feel extremely sorry for them. One of the filmmakers who talked about this very much lately was Christopher Nolan, who absolutely wanted to have all his films released in the cinemas, mainly Tenet, and didn't even want to hear about releasing the movie on streaming platforms. I do understand that. I do understand that they are afraid of losing a lot of money, and they will. They most certainly will lose a lot of money. Theaters, cinemas are so important for the big blockbusters, and not only big blockbusters, but for movies in general, to make money. If you release films only on streaming platforms, you will naturally lose a lot of money. Not only because there are other things connected with you going to cinemas, but also there is one important factor. A lot of people will pirate the films. A lot of people in the world will just go ahead and pirate the films on the internet. So they will lose a huge percentage of the audience that would otherwise go to cinema. And I do feel sorry. I do feel genuinely sorry. I don't really care about the world. I don't really care about people, because people do not care about me. I don't really care about this situation in the world anymore. Just, I have reached the state of nihilism. But one of the things that I genuinely feel sorry for is cinemas. And I do feel sorry that I can't really go to cinema anymore. Not only because they are all locked down and shut down, but also because the movies are getting progressively worse and worse, and I just don't like them. So if cinemas were still open, I would go to cinema like once or twice a year anyway. So, but on the other hand, we have to admit the fact that times are changing, and times are always changing, and everything is in a state of constant change. So cinemas, they have come, and once they will have to go. The same thing happened with renting places when you went and rented videos. First VHSs and then DVDs. Those don't exist anymore, and I do remember going to these places and renting DVDs and even VHSs before that, when I was a teensy tiny wee lad. Yeah, so it's sad, but we will have to adjust and learn to live our lives in the new world, which will come very soon. The world will change in many aspects. This is undeniable and inevitable. But in any case, I'm looking forward to seeing Wonder Woman 1984, because I thought I enjoyed the first one. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I'm looking forward to seeing Pedro Pascal and his face more than in one scene in The Mandalorian, because I do very much love the actor. What I'm afraid about is the socio-political aspect of the movie. I hope it's not going to be too leftist. Of course, it's Wonder Woman. It must be feminist to a certain extent. This is understandable in a movie like Wonder Woman. But just, I just don't want it to be too leftist. I'll see. I might make a review about the film when I watch it. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think will happen with Wonder Woman 3, which is in jeopardy according to Patty Jenkins. And if you enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984 or not, if you went to a cinema to see it, or if you watched it on HBO Max, as I would say most of the world did. So yeah, that will be all from me. See you soon, and bye.